All right, so we're going to be looking at the Pixel 6 after about 3 days or so. Just a quick follow-up. I really like this phone. So right now I'm going to let you hear the speakers on here. Fairly loud speakers, man. In this setting, I remember saying in the other video that I thought the iPhone speakers were louder, but in this setting, man, these sound really good. Now, it could just be that particular video. I don't know, but it definitely sounds really good, man. And it is nice and clear, and I like it a lot. So this has been an enjoyable experience, to say the least. This has been a phenomenal experience, and I'm having a great time with the Pixel 6 Pro as well. These are being used side by side at the moment with my primary over here. It's just been great, man. So we're gonna try to focus on the Pixel 6 though in this video, because I've had the Pixel 6 Pro for a lot longer, so I'm gonna follow up on that after a while. But the Pixel 6 is definitely getting the rundown. So let's talk about something that you probably want to talk about, which is battery. So let me go into my settings here. A couple of different ways to get there, but this is the way people feel like is the right way to go now. So as you can see here, I'm just over 72 hours, but these days overlap, all right? So here's one thing you need to notice. In these last 4 days, I've charged the phone on that next day. So 2 times. I've charged it on Tuesday, and then I've charged it today. I charged it yesterday. So in the last 4 days, I've charged it twice. And this is good battery, folks. This is good battery. Some of you guys are looking at these times saying, I don't know, but each one of these days are overlapping. Right now, I can tell you that I'm getting roughly 6 hours a day, and I'm making it through a 24-hour cycle. So I think if you're worried about the Pixel 6's battery, you probably shouldn't be anyway. It's got a 4,600 milliamp hour battery, opposed to the 5,000 in here. So I think battery life is something that you won't have to worry about. Now I'm showing you that screen because you guys love to measure screen on time. I personally just am not interested in screen on time. To me, it's about how long I can go without charging the phone. I say this all the time, and if the phone is there for me when I need it, and this phone has been. So battery life, check that box, folks. It's still early. Those are early numbers, but over the last going on 4 days, it's been fairly solid. I don't have an issue with anything like that. So battery life is fantastic. The screen and the speakers are fantastic. What about the build quality? Now this is where it kind of gets questionable for some people, but I think this is the best Google hardware in quite some time. And I'm not saying their hardware is ugly in the past. I just think that this is bold, and it makes a statement, folks. This makes a bold statement. I mean, really bold. And it's a good thing. I think they did a great job. Now, some things I really like about this one, instead of the 6 Pro, this has the flat matte sides. I think that is so nice, man. This is how it should be done. This is great. This is great hardware, man. The matte sides on here all the way around, flawless. Just flawless is fantastic. And then obviously these beautiful colors that they blessed us with, this is how it should be done. This is what you do if you want to make a statement. If you want to make a statement, bring out a phone with these types of colors and design, and you will make that statement. Now, some people have questioned the fingerprint reader. I've tested my fingerprint reader over and over and over and over again. And the only time it didn't work is when I installed my matte screen protector from Super Shields on here. Very strange, because on this one, I actually have IQ Shield and it works perfectly fine. But with the Super Shields, it didn't work. I was totally shocked. It just wouldn't read my finger. Even if I set it up, I put 4 fingerprints in there, and that Super Shields blocked them all. It just would not do it. So I had to take the Super Shields off. And I just said, well, I'll try it again. I got a 6-pack of those, so I've already burned through 2 of them. I'll try again another time. But ultimately, this is a nice fingerprint reader. Well, it's not the fastest. Yes, I know this. You don't have to light up the screen either to use your fingerprint reader. You just rest your finger on that little spot right there and it opens up. Now, I could be going crazy, but I don't think this is a bad fingerprint reader. I even set up this finger right here, and I never set that finger up just to test it out. And I was like, is this a bad fingerprint reader? I don't think so. The only thing I can say is, like I said in the other video, is set your freaking fingerprint up again, man, I guess. If you're having problems with a screen protector or something like that, you go into display and you go all to the bottom and make sure increased touch sensitivity is turned on when using screen protectors. Now, mine is still on, obviously, because I had a screen protector on there, but let's test it out. Let's turn it off and see if I get some different results. Because some people are saying, I found a workaround. All you have to do is turn that on. Well, that's not entirely a workaround. That's for screen protectors. It's still working the same. It's working the same. So if you have a screen protector on your phone, make sure you turn that on. If that's still not working, I removed it. I had to take it off. And that's just that. So the fingerprint reader is great to me. Now, there's a question about the Studio app. The YouTube Studio app, folks, if you don't know what it is, it's an app that creators use to reply to comments, check videos, just edit videos. You can do anything, a lot of things in the YouTube Creator Studio. And some people are saying that that's messed up, so I can't use it. Okay, that's your choice, but I'm going to give you some honest truth right now. So on my 6 Pro, I didn't have it happening. The YouTube app was not crashing. And now all of a sudden, it's crashed about 2 or 3 times in this past week. But the weird part is, on the 6, it has never crashed. So some people are blaming this on the Pixel 6. Folks, that is an Android thing. That's Android 12. Once the developer understands, hey, we got to get this taken care of, it'll be resolved. And a lot of people are saying there's a lot of bugs with their Pixel. I'm just not experiencing anything. The fingerprint reader complaint, I showed you a bunch of times. I set up different fingers. It works fine to me. With this phone, I didn't set up multiple fingers just to set them up for it to work. I remember I said I put my screen protector on there. That's why I did it. But it is what it is, man. So bugs, yes, I'm looking for them. Will I report them to you? Yes, I sure will. But for now, in these first 3 to 4 days, no problems. The only problem I had was the YouTube app crashing on my 6 Pro. Finally, it did it maybe 2 or 3 times in the past week, like I said. But it's not a reason not to use the phone for me. I mean, go to your MacBook, go to your computer, go to a different phone, whatever. It's going to get fixed with some kind of Android update, I'm sure. But for right now, I'm not having any problems with that or any other app on my device. Nothing. Everything is flowing right along. Now, the Tensor chip. Did I install Asphalt? Let me install Asphalt. I don't do any gaming, folks. I just don't. I'm not a gamer at all. So, I always resort to Asphalt 9. Where's Asphalt 9 at? Okay, let's see. There's 8. Asphalt 9. Where's Asphalt 9? Am I tripping or going crazy? Okay. That's weird. I was going to install Asphalt 9. For some reason, I don't see it. I could be going crazy. You guys might be looking at the screen like, Jay, it's right there. Nonetheless, let's install Hawk. This is another game that I play a lot. Just gaming with the Tensor chip. It's so weird because I could have sworn I put Asphalt 9 over here too. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did. But gaming on this phone, it's going to be fine, folks. I don't think you'll have a problem with gaming on here. The Tensor chip is either going to work or it's not going to work. And for right now, Google isn't promoting this as a gaming phone or something like that. Google's kind of promoting this in several different ways, actually. Giving it to different types of people. And obviously, Google's focus is those cameras, but there's more to this phone than cameras. And I never thought I would really say that out loud, but there's so much more to this phone than cameras. It's just, it is. The phone is actually really, really solid, folks. No ifs, ands, or buts. Performance on here, it should be just fine for gaming. So I'm firing this game up right now, real time for you, with the fresh install. And I always play this game, and I always play Asphalt 9. I can't believe I can't find Asphalt 9. I don't know what that's about. But, you know, I'm always willing to show you some type of performance on a processor, even though I don't game. I do this for the people that want to see it. And you might say, well, Jay, that's not a graphic intense game. Okay, it's a game though, man. I mean, take this, take it. It's pushing the processor in some kind of way. How you want a gaming laptop or something like that, get a gaming laptop. You want a gaming phone, get a gaming phone. But, you know, like I said, Google's not advertising this as some gaming powerhouse, but obviously it can probably handle these games. Sliding straight through there. But yeah, man, I mean, I don't see any frame drops, or you guys look for frame drops and all that. All you professional gamers out there, you look for all those things. I personally don't even, you know, I don't even care about that. And I'm going to be happy with the way the phone is performing right now. So I'm not going to sit up here and play this game for this entire video, but I just had to show you that I think the Tensor chip, as long as it doesn't fail, as long as it doesn't have like major issues, I don't think anybody is going to dislike this phone. And besides the point, besides the fact that it's selling extremely well for some reason, it's not that they probably didn't make a lot of them. Did anyone else read a rumor or something like that where Google had like 7 million of these sold, or they made 7 million or something like that? I don't really keep up with the stats because, you know, Google they're not paying me for, you know, any of my videos. They don't even see my videos probably until you guys see them. So if they did sell 7 million of these, to me, that sets them up for the future. That sets them up for what's to come, and they can definitely focus on another Google Pixel device. Tensor chip, man, it should be fine. It really should be. So I kind of talked about battery, the screen, the speakers, the performance, you know, this, how much more the hardware, cameras. I mean, it feels like this is a review, but you can't talk about a Pixel device without mentioning the cameras. It's almost impossible because I feel like Google is the king of cameras. You know, it's not hard for me to say that because Google has done a phenomenal job with letting us know that they have mastered the art of still shots, and they have now stepped in the arena of video kind of full throttle. And I like that when they did that announcement, they let it be known, hey, we heard you. Our video's not the best. Let me show you what we did. So if you're going to be the king of something, or you want to try to make that claim, you have to show improve. Now, while these cameras definitely aren't like flawless when it comes to video, these are the best video cameras. The Pixel 4 and 4 XL to me were the cream of the crop for the video for Google. I love those cameras, but these cameras exceed that one, and they do much better. That's just the only way to say it. These cameras are much better than any other Google device, and this is a conversation this is the way the conversation should be going. We should be talking about how much better their cameras are than their own devices. And we start to compare them to other devices, it gets really shaky and really subjective, because even comparing them to themselves, Google to Google, it still gets a little subjective because people say, oh, no, I like this better. And that's why when you compare phones with video quality and photos, you just have to put them side by side. I recently put this against the OnePlus 9 because that was a conversation that a lot of people wanted to have. And so, hey, I went ahead and put them both up. I put both of these up, the Pro versions against the Pro versions, and the regular versions, if you will, against the regular versions. And I think Google came out on top in so many ways. So you cannot mention this phone without mentioning the price. You can't mention either one of these phones without mentioning price. This is where Google is beating out and undercutting the competition altogether. It's just that simple. They cannot be stopped at this point. OnePlus recently put all their phones on sale, or at least other OEMs did. They're on sale at Amazon. They're on sale at Best Buy. If you want to check those out, I'll leave those links down below. You can get 270 off or 200 off of the current OnePlus devices. They are giving them away, and they're trying to match Google's pricing and undercut Google. And this is what I personally feel like that's what they're doing. I know it's Black Friday season at the recording of this video. I just think that everyone's going to be gunning for Google for the pricing alone, but it takes more than changing the price of your device to make it good and make it compete. Quote me on that. It's your man Jay, almost 4 days, or I'm on day 4 with the Pixel 6. Man, I'm absolutely loving this thing, man. And I don't know why a person would not check this out. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Obviously, shortages. These are backdated. Some of these are backdated to January, son. If you didn't get one right away, you're going to be waiting till January. That's a long wait, but I would tell you, don't buy these. If someone's selling these phones at a higher markup, don't do it, folks. Just wait it out. It's just a phone. You'll get yours in due time. Place your order and wait it out. That is what I recommend you do. Place your order, wait it out. Do not pay these people $300 markup. It's the same product. Have some patience. That seems to have been the only letdown for a lot of people, is not getting their devices. A lot of people went to Best Buy and Best Buy didn't have their orders and all kind of stuff. It's just crazy out there. This is a hot item, no denying it. There's going to be a differences of opinion when it comes to the fingerprint reader, the battery, the screen, the whatever. It's going to exist, folks. We just need to accept it. That's just what it is. So it's your man Jay, almost 4 days, or I'm just over 4 days, heading into 5 days with the Pixel 6. And it's been great so far. I'm really digging the size, really loving this color. But I can't end this video without some kind of critiques. I'm going to say the same thing I've said before. Google, I really need you to put what's inside of here. I really would appreciate it if the 6 had the same screen resolution. Had this Quad HD down here on this. Why didn't you do Quad HD on here? This is going to be the same story I'm preaching for quite some time, probably. Why didn't you do Quad HD on here? Why not make them the same? Why not give this that extra 400 milliamp hour battery? Why not give it the telephoto lens? Why can't you do this? Even if you raise the price $200 or $150, you're still giving a person an option, because there's always going to be that person who wants the bigger display. Apple's been doing this for years, and other companies have been doing it for years. They make a small and a big version. I would love to have these color schemes on the Pro model. Something as simple as that. This is just me being really nitpicking and critiquing them on this, but make no mistake, this is the phone to beat right now. The Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro are the phones to beat. That's why they're in everybody's conversation. It's not that it's Pixel season and all this other stuff anymore. That time is gone, because this phone has been out for going on 2 weeks, I believe. And this one is just now getting into the consumer's hands. Right? Like, some of us have had this for 2 weeks. Well, actually, to be fair, they're both only a week old, I believe, or something like that. But you've seen them circulating. So the hype behind this is starting to tilt off. You can't keep the hype going forever. But I can tell you, man, Google, I would have loved to have seen this design on the bigger version and then have these guts inside of this little phone. It's not little, but it's smaller than this version. Or give me a 6.1 inch version of this with these specs. You're killing it. You're shutting the game down. You've killed everybody off. No one can compete at that point. This is the phone to beat. Just accept it. Simple as that. That's just what it is. That's why everybody's talking about it. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed the discussion. And first look after about 4 days with this phone. Phenomenal, folks. Phenomenal. I'm out.